Well, what a question. You're going back a ways there. Good question.
The sacrifices you make for us are unbelievable.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Mr. Freeman, an honor to see you again, sir. Thank you for taking the time.
Oh, no, it's no worries at all. Thank you. It's
I
good to see
appreciate it.
you.
I'm going to jump into this, and I want to start out talking about the value of an actor getting to play a character in a series versus a movie. Obviously, with a film, you got that finite 2 hours, and that's it. With a series, you have much more time to flesh them out and get to know them, multiple hours and episodes, sometimes even years and seasons. I'm curious, who's a movie character you've played that you'd be most interested in spending more time with them, maybe develop them over several hours like you do with the Secretary of State here, just to maybe, if for no other reason, to get to know them a little bit better.
Well, what a question. No, that is really not the task here. I don't have to get to know them any better than I do when I first walk in there. I know who I am and how I relate to each of them. So then I'm going to learn from the actor themselves who and what and how we really are going to relate. I know my part and I know what they're supposed to say to me, but how they say it is going to make the difference. Am I making sense?
Oh, 100%. It's that X factor that the other person has to bring to it.
Yeah, right.
I get that. In the series, obviously, you're the Secretary of State. You're a man who says what he wants, and then it happens. You're a man of authority, not unlike, I feel, like a director on set. You've worked with some of the greatest directors of all time, whether it be Spielberg or Fincher or Nolan or Eastwood or Darabont. I'm sort of curious, as an actor, what's your favorite piece of direction or note you've ever received from a director?
You're going back a ways there. Directors don't generally give you anything but input, and the input almost always is that's great. So I don't.
You must be doing something right if that's the piece of direction you're getting throughout your career.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you from Chicago, and I know that you moved around a lot as a child, but obviously I know you have a history in our city, and I am curious if there were any life lessons that you may have learned in your time in Chicago. Did our city have any impact on the actor that you would go on to become?
Good question. I'm going to say learning how to deal with adversity. Growing up in the south side of Chicago was just a lesson in survival for me.
I host a series here in Chicago called The Moments That Made Us. And I look back on some of the most iconic movie scenes of all times with the actors and the filmmakers who gave them to us. And you have countless to choose from, but I would love to ask you, if you don't mind, about a movie that I've never brought up with you. I would love just to know what you do remember about filming that final sequence of Seven. Brad screaming, "What's in the box?" Kevin Spacey as John Doe. I'm just sort of curious these days, what do you remember most about filming that scene?
I have a really bad ankle as a result of running across that field 8 or 9 times, twisting my ankle and then having to keep doing it. And now it's one of my enduring war wounds.
You still feel that to this day?
Oh yeah, but I can hardly walk. I can't walk a long distance.
All because of being out there in that desert.
Well, that's just part of it. Actually, I had another problem that a horse fell on me in 1993 in Mansfield, Ohio, where we filmed Shawshank. But big old horse, and we were on the mountains up there, and it was in February, and it was ice, and my horse, all 4 feet went out from under one, and he fell on me, crushed my foot. So all of that is part of that also. So it's not all on 7.
The sacrifices you make for us are unbelievable.
Well, yeah, I think trying to do action is you should use stand-ins who train for it.
Well, we appreciate you, sir. I just want to end by saying, sir, I am such a massive fan of you and your work. You have been kind to me for many, many years, and I just want you to know that I appreciate you, and I have so much respect for you, sir, and thank you for your time.
Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, sir.
All right, you too. Bye-bye now.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.